Hello and welcome to Art and Insurance. Today's case is one of the largest and most damaging art fraud scandals of the modern era. A prestigious New York gallery, masterpieces attributed to the biggest names of abstract expressionism. Tens of millions of dollars paid by collectors and institutions. And one devastating truth: the paintings were fake. This is the Knoedler Gallery forgery scandal, centered around dealer Glafira Rosales. For more than 160 years, the Knoedler Gallery was one of the most respected art institutions in the United States. Its reputation was built on trust, pedigree, and access to elite collectors. When a gallery like Knoedler sold a painting, few people questioned its authenticity. That trust became the perfect cover. Between the late 1990s and 2009, the gallery sold dozens of paintings attributed to artists such as Rothko and Pollock. Buyers were told the works came from a previously unknown private collection. The story was convenient, unverifiable, and deliberately vague. The paintings looked right, the prices felt right, and the paperwork appeared sufficient. Until it didn't. Cracks began to appear when collectors attempted to resell or loan the works. Independent experts raised concerns. Scientific analysis revealed modern pigments that did not exist. At the time the paintings were supposedly created, provenance documents collapsed under scrutiny. The works were not misattributed, they were fabricated. From an insurance perspective, this kind of fraud creates one of the most difficult scenarios imaginable. Nothing was stolen, nothing was physically damaged, and yet the insured value of the artworks dropped to zero. This is where the concept of insurable interest becomes critical. Insurance protects against fortuitous loss, events that are accidental, external, and unforeseeable. Forgery occupies a legal gray zone. If a painting is fake from the moment of purchase, insurers argue that there was never a valid insured object to begin with. In many cases connected to the Knoedler scandal, collectors discovered that their insurance policies did not respond at all. The policies insured physical damage or theft of artworks, not the collapse of authenticity. That distinction is brutal, but intentional. Some high-end art policies include limited forgery coverage, but it is usually narrow, capped, and heavily conditioned. Coverage often requires strict due diligence, expert authentication, and full disclosure at the time of underwriting. If those steps are missing, insurers may deny claims entirely. Responsibility then shifts to other parties. Collectors turned to the gallery turned to disclaimers, lawsuits followed. The central question was not whether the works were fake, that was already proven, but who bore the financial responsibility for selling them. Knoedler ultimately closed its doors. Civil settlements were reached. Criminal prosecutions followed. Glafira Rosales pleaded guilty to fraud and money laundering, admitting her role in supplying the forged works. But insurance did not make the victims whole. This case illustrates a hard truth about art insurance. Insurance is not a guarantee of authenticity. It is a financial tool designed to respond to damage, not deception, embedded at the origin. Forgery risk must be managed before purchase, not after loss. For insurers, the scandal reshaped underwriting practices. Scientific testing became more common, provenance standards tightened. Policies increasingly excluded authenticity disputes unless specifically endorsed. The market learned, expensively, that reputation is not evidence. The Knoedler Gallery scandal shows that the most dangerous risks in the art world are not fires or thefts, but false certainty. When authenticity fails, value evaporates, and insurance may stand aside. If you're dealing with art loss, damage, disputed claims, or questions of responsibility around valuable artworks, art and insurance is where investigation meets professional risk management. We analyze real incidents at the intersection of art, money, and liability, from museums to private collections. For expert support in art insurance, valuation, claims handling, or dispute resolution, contact us. Thank you for watching Art and Insurance. See you in the next video.